Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome to the court your PCC Eagles!
Hello and welcome to The Nest, the home of the Pensacola Christian College Eagles. And honestly, tonight, home to the most anticipated game in the Panhandle. I am Alvin Chapman, alongside me, the sports information director here at the college, Braden Motter. Braden, what a game we saw previously.
Yeah, you can hear in my voice a little bit. I'm dying a little bit. That's how I was screaming in that game. It was super fun to watch. Great battle between the Lady Bruins, Lady Eagles. Super fun game to watch, down all the way to the wire. Last second steal from Leah Phelps, puts up the layup, gives the Lady Eagles the victory. It was a very fun game to watch.
In tonight's matchup, we have Pensacola Christian College facing up against Bob Jones, the Bruins from Greenville, South Carolina. Both of these teams have previously met a week ago on the 28th of December, and Pensacola was victorious in that game for the first time since 2017 and the first time on the road since the inaugural season of Bob Jones University in 2013.
Yeah, that was a really big win for the Eagles. Defensively, we played very well. Offensively, we played incredibly well as well. Austin Lewis, offensively and defensively, led the Eagles through that win. Bob Jones played very well, shot the ball a little off than they normally do. Normally a very good shooting team, struggled a little bit, but Eagles were able to pull out a victory. Hopefully we can see the same result here tonight in the Nest.
One thing key about that matchup is South Region Player of the Year Henry Blair for Bob Jones was held to 1 for 14 from the field, only hold to 4 points for the entirety of the game.
Yeah, that was a man-to-man plan from Coach Jason Bell, putting Austin Lewis on Henry Blair from the get-go, and Austin played him the entire game, playing against the reigning Player of the Year in the region. Obviously a tall task for anybody. Austin Lewis was able to put some weight on over the summer, gaining some muscle, was able to hold his own in the post against Blair, but he's also a quick enough guard that he could keep with him on the perimeter, played a very good defensive game, but I'm expecting Blair to hold that against Austin tonight, and I think Blair's coming for his head, if we can say it like that. I think Henry's going to be playing very difficult tonight. Hopefully the Eagles can find a way to stop him again.
Let's go ahead and expand on Austin Lewis' impressive senior year. In the past 3 games, averaging 23 points, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds, averaging 17 on the season. Talk about his performances throughout this season.
Yeah, coming into Austin's senior year, I know he put a lot of work in over the summer, a lot of late nights and early mornings in the gym, getting shots up, working on his body, as I talked about a couple minutes ago. He's the leader of this team, both on and off the floor. He's a floor general, even though he's not a point guard. When Austin has the ball in his hands, things just seem to happen that always result in good things. Obviously shooting the ball very well, scoring 23 points a game, and obviously a very good rebounding guard with 5 a game. Austin is the leader of this team. He needs to step up big here tonight for the Eagles to beat Bob Jones again this season.
1 more minute till showtime. Let's go ahead and kick it over to Logan Toothman for the pregame ceremonies. We'll be back shortly.
Welcome to the Nest, the home of the Pensacola Christian College Eagles. Tonight's game is between the Bob Jones University Bruins and the Pensacola Christian College Eagles. The National Christian College Athletic Association is committed to the true spirit of competition and upholding the 4 core values of the game plan for life: love, integrity, faith, and excellence. We ask that each participant, official, and spectator join us in exhibiting these Christ-like characteristics and help create a positive environment in which to enjoy today's competition. At this time, please stand for prayer and remain standing for the national anthem performed by the Screaming Eagles Pet Band and One Accord. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this day. Thank you for the many blessings you've given us. Thank you for letting us be able to come out here today. Both teams to play the best of their abilities. There will be no injuries in the court. Help us to keep a Christ-like attitude in all that we say and do. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Christ.
Tonight's sports medicine coverage is provided by the Andrews Institute and Baptist Healthcare, the official sports medicine provider for Pensacola Christian College. Starting tonight for Bob Jones, number 1, Posadas Pouncey. Number 3, Stephen Hughley. Number 4, Hayes Brush. Number 21, Brian Sims. And number 23, Henry Blair. The Bruins are led by Coach Tony Miller. The starting lineup for your Pensacola Christian College Eagles. At guard, a sophomore from Burleson, Texas, number 50, Liam Gertz. At guard, a junior from Cedar Rapids, Iowa, number 0, Brantley Koski. At guard, a senior from Jacksonville, Florida, number 2, Christian Porter. At forward, a senior from Pensacola, Florida, number 3, A.J. Ward. And at guard, a senior from Pace, Florida, number 15, Austin Lewis. The Eagles are led by Coach Jason Bell with assistant coaches Micah Conlon and Mark Getch.
Grade this, I said this previously in the other broadcast. 1 word, 3 letters, wow.
Yeah, that's obviously, we got some new lights here in the nest, opened up this opportunity for us, able to make this game intro one to remember as always, and obviously you can hear the crowd already through the roof electricity right now. It's going to be a fun night, Al.
Stefan Hughley and Liam Gertz at the center court for the tip-off. And Lewis will receive the tip. Ward, long 3 to open things up, no good. Rebound by Hughley. Division II transfer, Brian Sims will accelerate the ball. Goes straight to the basket on Christian Porter. No delayed air.
Yeah, that's a strong take from Sims. You said he's a D2 transfer. I believe he ran track at that college, and you can see that speed put on exhibition right there against Christian Porter. Strong take from Sims.
Second chance opportunity relieved by Gertz. He had 11 rebounds and 17 points against Trinity Baptist. Spin move by Koski. Floater no good. Wipe that away anyway. Great charge taking place by Hayes Brush.
Yeah, Hayes stepped in earlier, tried to take one on Ward. Ward stopped a little short of him, so the charge wasn't there. But a strong take from Koski. Hayes was able to step up. That's a good take from Hayes Brush. Junior Brantley Koski, maybe he needs to recognize that a little bit sooner so that he doesn't run through that defender, can either stop short with a floater, maybe do a little euro around him.
In Greenville, Pensacola opened up the game with a 9-1 run in the first half. Here is Ward on Blair. And he forces an early turnover.
Yeah, we talked about early on Austin Lewis's defense against Henry Blair. We see it once again tonight. Matched up against Blair is Austin Lewis. You see him put his body right on him. As soon as Blair caught that ball, put his hips up on him, put one forearm on him. Austin trying to establish physical dominance early against a strong Henry Blair.
Turnover, back-to-back by both teams. 2 forwards, one Hughley and the other Gertz.
I know neither coach wants to see that early on with turnovers, but in a scenario like this where you're in an electric building like this, a lot of adrenaline, a lot of nerves going through these players right now. You can maybe give them a minute or two to calm those nerves, and then you can get on them a little bit more for those turnovers.
Lewis will go inside. Gertz has the mismatch. Porter was wide open, but Blair read that like a book.
Yeah, Liam got that entry pass right there. Took a little bit too long recognizing the double team is coming. You got to see that a little sooner, make that kick out, give your shooters an open look.
Porter from way downtown, no good. Lewis the rebound. And a fresh 20 on the shot clock. Gertz goes behind his back, works on Hughley, inside hand layup, good. What a play by Liam Gertz.
That's a great take, good offhand finish off of the wrong foot if you're going based on how you're coached as a kid. Went off the wrong foot, wrong hand, threw the defender off. Great layup from Liam Gertz, good strong post move early on from him.
Brush dumped down to Hughley, and the forwards will battle it out tonight.
Yeah, those are two strong bigs down low, Stephon Hughley and Liam Gertz. Both can stretch the floor a little bit with their shooting. Excited to see those two big men go at it tonight.
They both had dominant performances in Greenville. Gertz will go right back into the chest of Sims off the switch off. No bucket but the foul.
Really good recognition. We talked about earlier, Austin Lewis averaging 6.5 assists in his last 5 games, playing very, very well. He dumped that off to the mismatch of Liam Gertz, and that was a great take by Liam. Wish that shot could have fallen against a smaller guard, but Gertz at the free throw line.
Gertz last night tied his season high of 17 against Trinity Baptist with his 4th double-double of the season. And the second best free throw shooter in this basketball team. Second attempt for Gertz, good, and he knots things up at 4. I think the fans here tonight in the R&R Sports Center are in for a treat, Braden.
Yeah, it's going to be a really fun night. If it's anything like it was in Greenville, it's going to be an electric facility and a great game to watch. As Sims misses the shots there, good rebound by Koski.
The fans will let him have it. Koski goes into the chest of his defender and a bit short. Brush the rebound.
That's a strong take from Koski. Offhand finish, wasn't able to knock it down. Early on, you would love to see those shots fall, make those defenders play him a little more honest.
Tostados, Pouncey will find Hughley. Hughley tries to work on Gertz, and Hughley throws it away.
That was great double by Brantley Koski. As soon as Hughley turned his head because he was about to make some post dribbles, Koski drove down, almost got the steal, but got the turnover anyways from Hughley. Good early defense from the Eagles. That's one thing that they're going to need to do tonight is play a lot of good physical defense, and early on we're seeing that, and I love it.
They rotated to Lewis. Ward with the mismatch. Works on the smaller defender. And the beautiful touch to the basket.
Strong take there from A.J. Ward. We love seeing him go strong early with the undersized defender on him. Almost got a charge call there. He's got to be a little smarter. Make sure you're not shoving that little guy down because he's looking to draw a charge.
And that is Koski's second foul, which will bring Alexander to the table. What a game he had last night against Trinity Baptist. Only 2 points, but 7 rebounds on the defensive side.
Yeah, Josh is a really good player. He may not always put it up on the scoreboard, but he normally doesn't turn the ball over. He's a very good defender and obviously a good rebounding guard.
Blair's try, no good. Hughley the rebound. Rotated to Pouncey. Brush kicks it to Pouncey. 11 remaining on the shot clock. 3 no good. Brush there. Third try, no good. A fourth will go for Brush. Brush averages 7 rebounds per contest, and he gets his first field goal of the game.
Eagles down there had 3 players and only Hughley and Brush down there. Brush came down with 2 offensive rebounds and the putback there. Eagles got to push him out of there and make sure we're fighting for those rebounds.
Once again, we get the switch off to Ward. He will go to work. Right hand hook, no good. Pouncey will win that battle 1-1 between the two. Pouncey, fake and drop it down to Sims. Brush thought about a shot. We'll spin it over to Hughley. Drop down to Sims. Great rotation basketball by the Bruins as Sims gets another one.
Yeah, that's a really, really good play there by Bob Jones. Gets it inside in the early in the shot clock. Gives them a lot of options, and Sims with a diving cut there gets the easy layup from Hughley.
Porter off the screen will take a 3, and the whistle will blow. I believe Christian Porter felt a defender on his hip, and he took the shot to draw the foul.
Yeah, obviously that's a senior, very smart player. He saw Henry Blair coming over top of that screen. He knew he was going to try and dog him from behind. Christian pulls up real quick and draws that foul just off the front of the rim. Almost got a 4-point play, but CP knocks down the first of his 3 free throws.
We know that Christian Porter owns a scoring ability due to his performances last year, averaging 12 points per contest and picking up second-team All-Region, but this year playing a great job at the point guard role. Colin Jacobs will check into the contest, as well as Kenny Garrick for the Bruins. Hughley and Brush will exit. Rather, Hughley and Sims. And just like that, Pensacola is up by a 1-point advantage. Here's Brush, guarded by Ward. They go inside to Blair, goes to work. And a foul, I believe, before the shot. No, the official will give him and grants him free throws.
Yeah, that's a strong take from Henry Blair. Austin Lewis played his strongest defense right there. Liam Gertz came over with the help. But Austin, as a senior, got to be a little smarter, knowing that when a guy's got better position on you, don't make a dumb foul there. Give yourself one on the board. But it's only his first, so nothing hurt too quickly here.
Henry Blair, first free throw try, good. Braden, if I'm him, there's no way that last performance in Greenville against Pensacola is not in the back of my mind.
Yeah, it's definitely hard to put a game like that in a way, as you just said, in the back of your mind. It's hard to completely put that one away. It's always going to be there. Every time he sees Austin Lewis, that's going to flash back in his head. And like I said earlier in the broadcast, I know he's going to be coming for Austin, trying to put up an impressive number tonight.
Blair, the 5th leading scorer in the nation with 20 a contest, 2nd in the South region. Hand in his face, Ward will let one fly, no good. Gertz with the second try, no good as well, a lot of contact. Eagles trail by 1. Garrick guarded by Alexander. They go to Blair. He works on Lewis, swatted away by Gertz. Alexander will push. Retracts his dribble and finds Porter.
That's going to be a big thing for Austin Lewis as he guards Henry Blair, as Austin leaves that one short. That's going to be a big thing for Austin tonight, is he's going to need that help defense on Henry Blair. Obviously, we talked about how strong Austin is for a guy his size, but Blair obviously built like a truck, as I would say. Built like a very strong guy, and he's obviously going to be able to knock Austin Lewis back a little bit. So Liam Gertz did well there. Maybe somebody from the top like Josh Alexander, if he has the ability, dig down on that ball and make Blair either get rid of it or put up an early shot that he doesn't want to.
Trevor Brunton will come into the ball game for Blair. Brush will drive on Ward. Into his chest, no good. Ward limits the second try. Here is Porter. Christian Porter. Gertz by himself off the glass and good.
Little miscommunication there from the Bruins. I think there was a back screen on the backside and communication wasn't there. No switch called. Liam Gertz gets a wide open 2 with Austin Lewis with an early assist.
He leads all scorers with 6 so far. Stephen Fike will come to the table. Brush left all alone. Alexander with the tap, but to no avail. Hughley will re-enter for Jacobs. And Fike will relieve Liam Gertz. Also, Henry Blair will check in.
If these first almost 7 minutes aren't telling us anything else, it's going to be a fun game. A lot of offense early, a lot of good defense too. Both teams obviously really, really want this win tonight. Pensacola coming off a huge win against Trinity Baptist last night in the number 5 team in the country. I know they're looking to get this one too and go 2-0 this weekend.
Blair keeps it simple, lays it off the glass, going into the chest of his defender. He now has 4. Stephen Fike nearly turns it over. Left Porter all alone, no good. Pouncey will control the tempo. Garrick to the basket, no good. Alexander the rebound.
We talked about a couple minutes ago, Alexander being a really good rebounding guard. You see it right there, going over Hughley, a bigger guy than he is, and pulls down the rebound.
3, no good for Stephen Fike. Garrick the rebound. Rotated to Brunson. Brunson. Back to Pouncey. Blair with 10. Pouncey for his first field goal try. And he knocks it down from long range.
Good ball movement there from the Bruins, inside out against that man defense of the Eagles. Got it in real quick, kick out to Pouncey. Even though Christian Porter did close out, was a little late, Pouncey able to knock down the three.
The Bruins with their biggest lead of the game, 4.
Bruins switching up their defense here. Looks like they're running a little bit of a 3-2 zone, giving the Eagles some trouble as Alexander gets a great drive to the basket, slashing through that zone. Good finish with an offhand off the backboard.
It almost looked like he was about to dunk it there, Braden.
Yeah, he had a dunk against LaGrange College on the road, I remember. Driving down the lane, rose up, looked like he was about to just lay the ball up, and he just kept going up, able to throw it down. I know the building would have blown up if Josh Alexander would have been able to throw that one down.
Pouncey goes to Brunson, he'll fire. No good, hard off the back rim. Empty possession here for the Bruins. Lewis will swing to Alexander. He'll drive again, switching hands. Great finish there for Alexander.
Great job there from Josh. You can see he's excited. We talked about early on, he's not always the best scorer on the floor. Early on, though, slashing through that zone twice now, dribble drive, getting to his finish. Love seeing Josh play with that aggressiveness.
First time out in the game. We will step aside momentarily. It's a wide out here in the nest. Braden, some guys on the north side wearing togas.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever seen that before at PCC in a college basketball game, but I love the energy they're trying to bring, trying to give their Eagles a win any way they can do it. So love seeing the self-sacrifice of our Eagles fans here.
On that sideline, our National Player of the Year, Clint Peterson, for the soccer sport. Brunson will go corner to Garrick. He will fire. To no avail. Great rebound by Koski.
In my opinion, I believe we have two of the best rebounding guards in the country with Josh Alexander and Brantley Koski. Both have incredible verticals, can really get up after the ball, sometimes even having to go over bigger defenders, and we see that with Koski right there.
Gertz goes to work. He has 8. Leads all scorers. Kenny Garrick. He had 13, a career high against Pensacola in Greenville, providing elusive scoring off the bench. Blair will drive, floater no good. Second opportunity no good as well, but a foul will relieve the play.
Yeah, good rebound by Blair there. They had Josh Alexander and Austin Lewis around him. Blair just rose up over both of them, grabbed the ball, tried to get the putback. Didn't get it fall, but did draw the foul. Puts him at the line for 2. Very
unfortunate turn of events because it was almost a jumping match between the two. If only if one of them would get position, maybe would have had opportunity for a rebound and extra offensive possession for Pensacola. Fike and Lewis will come out the contest for Porter and Ward. And Blair makes them both. Give him 6. Alexander met by Brush. Koski will go corner to Alexander. He'll drive again. Go up strong in his foul.
Love seeing Josh early trying to get to the basket. He normally drives a lot, but tonight he's playing with a lot of aggressiveness, really trying to get downhill, go through the contact, and get into his finishes.
Set up the inbound for Porter. Ward, guarded by Hughley. Koski, an array of dribble moves. He'll go inside to Gertz. He's been the hot hand early and give him double digits.
Liam Gertz playing this aggressive early is something the Eagles love to see. The crazy thing about Liam Gertz is he's dominating down low right now with 5 field goals, giving him 10 points, and he's a three-point shooter, and he hasn't even had to go outside the paint yet to get his buckets. Once Liam starts getting stopped, maybe double teams come down, he'll space to the three-point line and punish the Bruins from out there as well.
Blair kept it simple and drove to the basket to give him 8. And a steal. Live ball turnover. Brush will rise. And a soft finish for him.
Good steal there from Hayes Brush. Poor turnover there from Brantley Koski. Wasn't really forced turnover, just kind of threw it straight to him. Communication a little lacking on the offensive side as Koski has another turnover there back-to-back. He needs to clean up a little bit, keep the Bruins from beating us because of our own mistakes.
That is Koski's third. He'll be coming out. Coming in for the Bruins here, number 24, Dylan Harris, and Lewis will re-enter. So far scoreless in the first half. Sims for the inbound. Bruins lead by 2. They go inside to Harris. Ball nearly intercepted. Brush will try a 3. Contested and connect. Give him 7.
Yeah, A.J. Ward's got to know Hayes Brush is a good shooter. Got to get a higher hand and got to get it up earlier.
Gertz will try a long one. Count the bucket and the foul for Liam Gertz.
What did I just talk about a minute ago? Liam Gertz, when he starts getting double teamed down low, he's going to space the floor, knock down some threes, punish the Bruins that way. That's exactly what Liam did right there. Gets the and one and an opportunity for a 4-point play.
Very impressive.
You mentioned a minute ago Austin Lewis not having a point here early on in this game as Liam Gertz knocks down his free throw to get 4 points in one play. Austin isn't really shooting right now, which is normally not common for him. Bruins are really keying in on him, making sure that Austin doesn't beat us tonight. But if they're going to do that, we're obviously going to give Gertz the ball as he's got 14 early points for the Eagles.
14 and the steal. Ward running the floor, goes up strong. There goes the whistle. Pensacola chipping into the 5-point deficit, which was once the Bruins' biggest lead of the game. For the Eagles, having played a game yesterday, they do look fresh.
Yeah, that's something I was a little nervous about talking with some of the guys after last night's game and this morning. Worried a little bit about fatigue. Luckily, our guys are obviously in very good shape, used to playing these many minutes. Back-to-back nights may be a little much for them, but early on, definitely not seeing the fatigue.
In a conversation with Coach Getch, our former head coach, he said this was actually a smart move by our scheduling. Because in the national tournament, you will be playing games on a back-to-back basis, so you might as well get a game like this against 2 very good regional opponents, like Trinity Baptist and Bob Jones, out the way early. Pensacola leading by 1. Chance of defense, circulate the building. Brunson's 3, no good. Alexander saves it from going out of bounds.
It's another rebound for Josh Alexander. Love seeing him aggressive on the boards early on.
And Lewis steps out of bounds and attempts to drive to the basket. Koski now with 4 fouls. Alexander will probably be playing the duration. Actually, 3 fouls. Garrick. Garrick will drive. Floater good. Kenny Garrick.
That's a smart take from Kenny Garrick, having the undersized Christian Porter on him. Gets him just inside the paint and then able to elevate right over top of him for an easy 2.
Ward will spin off a Blair. Backboard good.
Great take from A.J. Ward. Really smart as a senior. Feels Henry off of his left shoulder. Spins real quick back. Gets an easy finish at the rim.
Brunson retracts. And Gertz with another steal. In the hands of Lewis. We're off to the races. Gertz trailing. Can he get another one? And he does! Liam Gertz with his parents right behind me. I just high-fived his dad.
What an early game from Liam Gertz. He's got 17 points in the first 14 minutes of this game. Bob Jones taking Austin Lewis away early. We talked about the fact that Austin doesn't have a bucket. Liam stepping up tonight saying, you can take him away. I'm going to punish you myself.
Stepping up big in a big-time game. Alex Atman and Braden Martel will step aside. Welcome back to the Nest, a very lively arena here tonight, while Liam Gertz is putting on a clinic.
Yeah, has 17 points. I talked about just a couple minutes ago, he was dominating in the paint early. Double team started coming, stepped out to the three-point line, knocked down an and 1-3. Right there, walks into a trail, miscommunication by the Bruins, and they get a wide open three.
Blair, great cut to the basket, and he almost slams it home. Risky play. Turns into a turnover. Despite the highlight, he probably should have just laid it up.
Yeah, it's a strong take from Henry Blair. Hard to blame a guy for trying to dunk, knowing that he can. But in this game, when you're down, early in the game, when you're down by 4, maybe the smart play, as you just said, is to lay the ball up, make sure you get the 2 points.
Ward picks up a traveling violation. The crowd doesn't like it, but honestly, I agree with the officiating. Ward tends to slip his pivot foot when he makes a spin move occasionally.
Yeah, I kind of thought he kept it down in that play, but obviously I had a different perspective than the official, so nothing hurt too much for the Eagles, especially if they can get a stop here on defense.
Garrick left all alone in the corner. No good. Great rebound there by Ward.
Yeah, like I just said, you hate to see that travel call against A.J. Ward, but nothing hurt for the Eagles as they get a stop there on defense. Little miscommunication leaves Garrick open.
And Garrick for the foul on Ward, rather on Gertz.
Yeah, Liam is really punishing the Bruins tonight, dominating down low, stepping out to the three-point line, and then when he's fighting down low, guys are having to tug at his jersey and hold him because he's really good at getting position. Liam Gertz, only a sophomore, but he has very good footwork.
Left all alone, and I believe that is a moving screen on Gertz. Actually, that one's on A.J. Ward. Great play drawn up. As we mentioned earlier, Christian Porter and A.J. Ward, rather Austin Lewis. Well, we can even include A.J. Ward in that conversation. Some of the best shooters here in the South region. So you got to pay attention when that bang-bang screen comes in the corner. Garrick, guarded by Alexander. They go down low to Blair. He has 10 early. Nowhere to go. Brunson back to Garrick. 4 remaining on the shot clock. They go to Pouncey. 1 more remaining. Shots off. Official blows it off. 24-second, rather 35-second shot clock violation.
Yeah, great defense there from the Eagles. We saw Austin Lewis stop Henry Blair there, beat him to the baseline, so Henry had nowhere to go, had to kick the ball out. Great defense from the Eagles. Good team defense with help and communicating.
They go to Lewis. Pensacola with a 4-point lead. They go to Gertz again. Fancy pass to Ward. Floater no good. Ward keeps it alive, goes back up strong, and he's hit from behind.
Great two-man game there between A.J. Ward and Liam Gertz, some back and forth passes. Austin and Liam in there fighting for the rebound. You can tell both teams really want it tonight. The Eagles are proving that they deserve a spot in the top 10 team in the nation.
We've been talking about Liam Gertz all night, but we can't neglect the play of A.J. Ward, rebounding hard, while also being the second leading scorer for the Eagles so far with 6. averages 15 a contest, and is an 80% free throw shooter as he hits them both. Largest lead of the game for Pensacola. They lead by 6. Blair will attack, and he finishes.
That's a strong take by Henry Blair. Help defense there for the Eagles. Needs to get there just a little bit sooner so that he doesn't have that wide open lane. And if you're there soon enough, you can draw that charge against him.
Ward will take a double screen and go at Hughley. Loses the ball. Saves it somehow with a lot of time remaining. They go back to Gertz. And that's a career high for Liam Gertz. And we still have 23 minutes of basketball remaining.
Yeah, Liam is playing out of his mind right now. I talked about with you during the break. They're taking Austin Lewis away, obviously, with 0 points. But Gertz says, that's fine. You can take Austin away, but you better find a way to stop me then.
And a foul called. Will send Hughley to the line. That one on Gertz. Fortunately, his first. First attempt for Hughley, good. His first points of the night. When I said first points, I meant at the free throw line. As he knocks down them both, he actually has 5. Ward will go to Porter. Ward on the post with 10 remaining. Works on Pouncey, goes directly at him, and he takes advantage of the mismatch.
A.J. Ward now has 10 points on the night. He's playing very, very well right now as well. Undersized defender on him. He's going strong. Good spin move there. Easy, too, with no help.
29 points from our front court alone there, Braden.
Yeah, we're playing very well right now. Our bigs are really dominating. Usually we talk about our guards in Austin, CP, and Brantley, but tonight Liam and AJ are really dominating play.
And that is a foul on the official. That will send Hughley back to the line. That one on Liam Gertz, his second. Hughley, first attempt, no good. Next attempt for Hughley, he splits the pair. .240 remaining. Alexander. Guarded by Blair. He'll attack. Picks up his dribble and hands it over to Porter. He'll attack as well. Oh, Tariq shot again!
What a take, Josh Alexander. He's slashing through that Bruins defense once again for his third layup of the night, and that's his second incredibly impressive layup. The first one switching hands in the air. That one a little up and under while he's floating. Great offense from Josh Alexander tonight.
And Pouncey, amidst the adversity, knocks down the triple. His second of the night. Cuts the lead to 4. Ward, attacked by Hughley. Alexander. Porter will drive. Loses his defender. Step away, jumper on the baseline, no good. Sims will push the pace. Pouncey will find Brunson off the screen. 3 on the way. 2 big back-to-back threes here for the Bruins.
Yeah, Brunson's a really good shooter, and because he is 6'5", he's got a high release over his head. A.J. Ward gets there, but gets there a little late. Got to know where that shooter is.
Great roll there by Gertz. Can't get the finish. Known with the possession there. And that is a foul, I guess, before the violation. That will send Brunson to the line. Trevor Brunson, a sophomore here in Bob Jones University last season, hit a huge three to send the Bruins to the South Region Championship, and they won that one, finishing at 5th place in the national tournament. And that free throw will tie things up.
Number 24, Stephen Ike.
Second free throw for Brunson, and he nails it.
That's 5 straight points for Trevor Brunson. He's playing very, very well right now in the last minute or so, getting to his spots on the three-point line, and then obviously going strong in that transition take.
Alexander will swing it to Lewis. So far scoreless. Spin move goes to his right hand. Lewis finally gets on the board.
That's his first bucket of the night, and I believe he maybe took a 3 earlier in the game, but that's his first paint touch of the night. Gets to a good finish over the bigger Trevor Brunson. Good take from Austin Lewis.
Hughley will drive on Fike to the basket. No good. Rebounds his own miss and loses it on the shot attempt. Here's Lewis. Goes behind his back and carries his dribble. Pensacola looking for the last possession here. They find Ward. 10 now on the shot clock. Screen to get Lewis wide open. No good. Fike somehow keeps it alive. Alexander loses it back in the hand of Lewis. He'll take a shot blocked by Kenny Garrick. And that's the half.
That's a great half of basketball. Austin Lewis missed the initial look. Good fight from Fike and A.J. Ward down low trying to get that rebound. Alexander comes up with it. Unfortunately, Austin Lewis unable to knock down that buzzer beater, but the Eagles have a 1-point lead going into halftime.
Please enjoy the replays provided by our production team. But until then, we'll be back after this half and also enjoy these messages provided by Pensacola Christian College.
Choosing a college is so much more than deciding where you're going to live for the next few years. It's choosing a culture, group of people, and academic standard that will shape you into the person you want to become. It's an exciting time, and when you visit campus, it gets even more exciting. It's your moment to get a feel for the atmosphere and community. Catch a game, sit in on classes, visit chapel, make new friends, and so much more. And now you can experience college life your way with multiple visit options. No matter when you come, you'll find a vibrant community influencing the world for Christ. You won't just blend in, you'll belong. So don't wait. See how you can experience PCC today.
Want to get a head start in college? With Pensacola Christian College's online dual enrollment program, you can do just that. Open to juniors and seniors in Christian schools and Abeka Academy homeschoolers, dual enrollment students can take up to 6 online courses per year, all counting towards PCC college credit requirements. With 3 different options throughout the school year and summer and over 20 courses, choose to lighten your college load and, depending on your major, finish college early. You will be able to fit courses around your schedule, a perfect way to complete many of your general college education courses before you graduate high school and step foot on campus. To learn more about getting a head start on your education today, visit pcci.edu/dual enrollment.
It's a passion that unites us, the heartbeat of everything we do. Since 1974, we've been building, reaching, expanding our limits. And yet today, one thing hasn't changed. Pensacola Christian College empowers leaders to influence the world for Christ.
20 more minutes of the most highly anticipated game of the season. Pensacola leads by 1. Brian Sims will hand it over to Blair as he pulls up and breaks open the half with a trifecta. Wasted no time. Foot on the line on that one, actually a 2. And a steal by Hughley. He's by himself. Lays it up and easy. And just like that, after being up by 1, Pensacola trails by 3.
Yeah, a little miscommunication there early on defensive end against Henry Blair. And then obviously a turnover there from the Eagles.
Gertz.
Giving an easy 2 to Stephon Hughley on the other end.
Turnaround jumper, no good for Liam Gertz.
That's one thing you got to be careful of, being someone who does normally score the ball pretty well, but Liam obviously played an incredible first half, scoring 19 points. But you got to be careful not to get too aggressive to where you start forcing bad shots to try and keep scoring. He was scoring so much because he just let the game flow and he let it come to him. Liam needs to make sure he keeps playing that tempo, play with the calm pace that he normally plays with, and the points will come.
2 field goals out of 2 set plays for Henry Blair. He now has 17. Ward works on Hughley, goes into his chest, off the backboard, and good.
AJ Ward.
Ward with 10 points and 5 rebounds in that first half.
Yeah, that's a strong take from AJ. Going into the chest of Stephon Hughley, a little bit bigger defender than him, goes right at him. Love the aggressiveness from AJ, not scared of contact.
Pouncey's layup, no good. We heading northbound with Pensacola. A rather fast start for the Bruins to open things up. Koski inserted in the lineup for the start of this half. Be mindful, he does have 3 fouls. Porter left all alone, hard off the back of the rim.
Yeah, you can see the defense of the Bruins there. Christian Porter swung the ball to Austin Lewis on the wing. They sent a double team immediately, having to kick the ball back to Christian. Bruins clearly game plan today is let anyone on the floor beat you except Austin Lewis.
And a kickball violation on Liam Gertz. Honestly, very fortunate because that kick ball took away a point on the other side. Pouncey. No look pass to Brush. Beautiful dish. And just like that, the Bruins are on an 8-2 run.
Yeah, it's a good out-of-bounds play there. Hayes Brush took 1 step away like he was going to go be the safety valve, took a hard dive right to the basket. Easy layup for him.
Gertz to the basket, no good. Brush and Porter heading towards the rebound. Lewis comes up with it, and he's fouled.
Both teams laying their bodies on the line. They're diving on the floor, trying to keep that ball alive. Obviously, this is a tough battle between both of these teams, fighting hard for the win, willing to put their bodies on the line for the game tonight.
The Bruins tied their largest lead of the night. Last time they led by 5 at the 8-minute mark of the first half. Koski hands off to Ward. Lewis will fire. Off the back rim. Off the hands of Koski. Blair drives, loses possession, and it will stay here with Pensacola.
Yeah, offensively here in the second half, looks like the Eagles are having to force what they want. Bruins made a little bit of an adjustment, putting a lot of ball pressure on everybody who has the ball, whether it's Gertz on the outside, Liam, or Austin Lewis out there. They're putting a lot of ball pressure, forcing the Eagles to drive and dump. And right now we're just kind of firing up threes. Need to try and get inside that defense of the Bruins.
Great slip by Hughley. He gets to switch off. Pouncey left all alone. Great ball fake to find a wide open Brush in the corner. No good. Third opportunity for points for the Bruins. Hughley rebound. Pouncey left all alone. He will fire and miss. 4th try for the Eagles. Hughley up. No good. Gertz finally secures a rebound.
Yeah, we were talking about effort just a couple seconds ago. Bruins obviously wanting this game a lot, fighting on the offensive glass. Hughley came down with 3 offensive rebounds there in the same play as A.J. Ward draws the blocking foul against Hayes Brush.
That's his 3rd. Lewis for the inbound. Off the hands of Ward. Brush will rise and lay it in. This is their largest lead of the game. Lewis, 3, no good.
Talked about it again. Eagles are forcing the 3 right now. That's all they're looking for. Not getting downhill, not getting to the basket. We did in the first play. A.J. Ward went right into the chest of Hughley and finished at the rim, but we've gone away from that here in the last 4 minutes of play.
Blair left by himself, off the rim, no good. Strong rebound by Gertz. And out of the hands of Lewis. Full timeout called by Coach Jason Bell. We will step aside.
Timeout, Eagles. Full timeout. .57 remaining in the final half regulation. Bob Jones with their biggest lead of the game, 7 points. 49-42 is the score. Hand off to Blair. He's been having his way in this second half. And he scores again.
And here in the second half, Henry played well in the first half, but obviously here in the second half, you're starting to see why he's the reigning player of the year. Really good shooter, and then he gets to his spots because he's obviously very strong, can get inside and finish above some taller players.
Fade away for Ward, good.
A.J. Ward.
A.J. Ward said, well, everything you can do, I can do practically better.
Yeah, we talked about during the break, Eagles got to stop forcing those threes and get inside. They must have heard me during that timeout. A.J. Ward goes straight inside, right at the chest of Henry Blair and gets a good finish at the rim.
Pouncey left all alone for a 3, no good. Lewis. Spin move on Blair and loses possession. Sims speeds all the way to the basket. We mentioned now he is a dual sport athlete and competing on the Division II level. Koski saves the turnover. Hill drive, snatch back. Great move. Great finish by Koski.
Great drive by Brantley there. Good Euro step getting to his finish. Obviously that's a strong take as Henry Blair drives down, gets his own 2. And those are Koski's first points of the game. Brantley needs to get going a little bit, force those Bruins defenders to guard him. Don't make yourself a pointless offensive player. You got to put something in the hole, make them play you honest.
Spin move on Gertz. Opposite hand on the opposite side. And Liam Gertz gets his first points of the quarter. Yes, 21. Garrick takes too many steps. Hughley will re-enter, and Brunson will come in for Brush. Pensacola still trailing. They go back to Gertz. Saves it from flying out of bounds, and Garrick snatches it away. Spins out of traffic. Brunson loses his defender, leaves it short. Off the head of Hughley. Pouncey now has it. Back to Brunson. Sims. Sims drives. And an offensive foul.
It's a great help charge there from A.J. Ward. Jumps into that spot, takes it right to the chest. Great take from A.J. Ward.
is Porter. Takes a screen from Gertz, and Porter loses it. Pensacola still trailing.
Yeah, Eagles struggling offensively here early in the first 6.5 minutes of the second half. Not getting downhill as much. We see Josh Alexander coming back to the table. Josh was one who got downhill, I think, 3 or 4 times there in that first half, got to his finishes. Coach Bell may be looking for a little bit more of a slasher right now than a shooter.
Brunson will fire. Brunson will connect. It has been all Bob Jones here in this second half. Biggest lead of the game, 10 points for the Bruins. Koski keeps his dribble alive, tries to spin out of trouble. Porter drives. 3 from Ward, no good. Garrick the rebound. This could be bad for Pensacola. Garrick goes all the way coast to coast, no good. But Hughley for the cleanup.
It's a great follow by Stephon Hughley. We actually talked a lot about it in the Lady Eagles basketball game last night. Those bigs running the floor, trying to get to the rim, get those putbacks on the potential missed layups. That's exactly what Hughley got there, an easy 2 off a rebound.
Lewis working inside and draws the whistle. Alexander and Blair will come into the game here for Pensacola.
Love seeing in that possession Austin Lewis, knowing that he's maybe a little bit stronger than Bob Jones's number 21, Brian Sims. Tries to push him down low, get into the post. Love seeing the Eagles get inside because that's where they thrived there in the first half. As Austin Lewis's free throw touches every portion of the rim, as you would say, before falling. But love seeing the Eagles get downhill. That's where obviously Liam dominated in the first half. We haven't gone inside to Liam too much. Obviously, Bob Jones makes an adjustment, trying to keep him from getting the ball, but need to get back inside instead of just forcing a bunch of threes.
Lewis makes them both. He has 4, along with 4 assists. Here is Blair. Great pump fake, can't get the finish. Alexander was perfect from the field in the first half. Gertz works on his man! Great finish by Liam Gertz!
That's a great take from Liam Gertz. We talked about just a couple minutes ago during that free throw of Austin Lewis. Liam's got to get downhill, find a way to get the ball inside. That's what we got right there. Liam with another 2 gives him 23 points on the night.
I think that is a technical foul on Liam Gertz.
I didn't see it myself, but from the reaction of the crowd and what Liam is saying over here, I think they may have gotten him for taunting, throwing a little bit of extra pizzazz there after his tough 2.
Blair's free throw is good. Second attempt for Blair is good as well. He has 20. An impressive second half for him as well. And that those free throws push the lead back to double digits for the Bruins. Gertz actually out the contest as well for Blaze Conlon. Here's Pouncey. Great cut by Blair. To the basket he goes. No good. Hughley there for the recovery.
Hughley has a great vertical, obviously gets up, doesn't even have to catch the ball to get that putback, gets a finger on it, tips it right back into the bucket.
The Bruins in the driver's seat. In goes Koski, a lot of contact, no whistle. Here comes Blair. Pouncey. Blair on Alexander. Hughley finds Brunson. Works inside. And a traveling call on Brunson. Pace rush will re-enter for Kenny Garrick, as well as Porter for Lewis.
Offensively, another thing that I've seen, we talked about fatigue from last night's game to this night's game. You can see the fatigue setting in maybe a little bit for some of the Eagle players, but notice off ball in the first half there was a lot of cuts, a lot of diving and movement. Here, when the player has the ball, everybody else kind of just seems to be standing around a little bit. We're very stagnant, which obviously is not opening any driving lanes or passing lanes for the Eagles.
Ward will take a contested three! Wow! What a shot by A.J. Ward!
That was a big-time bucket, brings the Eagles back to a single-point deficit. Not Lady Eagles. Eagles need to now find a way to defend this side of the court, fight for rebounds, and get back to their side of the floor. Try and cut into this deficit a little bit more.
Alexander limits the third opportunity for points for the Bruins. And A.J. gets it across. Alexander goes behind his back, protects from the turnover. Another contested three from A.J. Ward!
You could see A.J. after that shot. He was screaming and hollering. He's excited. Goes back-to-back threes for the Eagles. Brings them back into this game. Eagles and Bruins in a battle tonight. It's going to be a fun last 10 minutes.
Blair cannot silence the crowd. They get it back to the hands of the hot hand. Ward with the move, goes inside, and he'll head to the charity stripe.
Great play from A.J. Ward. Back-to-back threes. Crosses over, steps like he's about to take a three, so that defender steps up, takes a hard drive downhill straight into the chest of number 4, Hayes Brush. Gets to the bucket, unable to finish, but Ward at the line for 2.
Free throw good for A.J. Ward. Give him 21. And Brush out the contest with 4 fouls. And Blair will also take a breather. Doing majority of the heavy lifting for the Bruins. Free throw try, no good for A.J. Ward. Cut the deficit to 5. Who will the Bruins have an answer as far as their offensive efficiency with Blair on the bench? Sims tries to go to Hughley. Crucial steal by Alexander.
Great help defense from Josh, collapsing on the post. Gets himself an easy steal. Eagles back on their side of the half.
Conlon drives hard, and the freshman comes up big.
Great take from Blaze. Conlon comes off the bench. A lot of energy on defense and rebounding the ball. Finally gets a shot on offense. Goes strong off the glass. Brings the Eagles back to 3. 1 possession game with 8:40 to go.
Great defense. The whistle falls. But honestly, if you're the Coach Bell, I would not be disappointed with that stifling defense played.
Yeah, you hate to see it on a shot, so now you give Hughley 2 free throws, who's a very good free throw shooter. Blaze did go straight up initially, but as the shot was released, he came down a little bit, did catch some of Hughley's arm. Hate to see it, but again, from a freshman off the bench, you're not going to get mad at him being aggressive on the defensive side of the ball.
Hughley's first attempt, no good. Braden, I'm not one to say ball don't lie, but I think the crowd loves the fact that Hughley misses the first. Knocks down the second. Stephon Hughley. Bruins lead by 4. They go to Ward, guarded by Garrick, and a foul on the pass.
Yeah, A.J. Ward obviously playing very well right now. He's got 7 points in a row for the Eagles, excluding Blaze Conlon's last 2. He had 7 points straight. Obviously, Bruins trying to do whatever they can to keep him from scoring.
Coming into the game, Dylan Harris for the Bruins. They go to Conlon. Conlon goes straight to work. Works on a player that came off the bench, and he drags his pivot foot.
Yeah, you got to be smart there as a freshman. You get the ball in the post, finds himself in a good position, putting a lot of body there on number 24, Dylan Harris. Couldn't get where he wanted, so smart play there. Find a kick out, reset, try and get something looking again.
Pensacola still trailing by 4 with 8 seconds remaining. Brunson comes off the screen, goes to Garrick. Harris wide open, blows the layup. Gertz will come back to the table. Rotating to Alexander, gets the step, and the rejection by Brunson!
It was a great drive by Josh. Brunson, obviously very long, really good defender, gets back to his spot, and on the other end, steps up for three, unable to knock it down. Can't get mad at Josh there, though, driving downhill. Good finish, almost got it to roll, but obviously Brunson, very long, good defender, gets that block off the glass.
Porter corner, no good.
Eagles still within 4 here. You don't have to force too early in the shot clock right there. Christian did get a good screen, got an open look, but only being down 4, you don't have to rush. You don't have to take bad shots. You can still try and get to your spots and run your offense.
Pouncey corner try, buries a triple in the corner. Tostados Pouncey, all of his points from beyond the arc. He now has 9. 7-point lead for Pensacola. We will step aside. Pensacola trailing by 7. Fantastic play from the front court, but our guards, not one of them hit a 3. Koski finds Alexander. The Bruins paying much attention to Gertz. Porter drives. Fading jumper in the lane! Tough basket for Christian Porter.
I just said it during the timeout. Christian Porter needs to find a way to knock a couple shots down. He's been struggling shooting tonight. Bob Jones has been sagging off of him a little bit, almost daring him to shoot. Obviously gets to his spots there, knocks down the jumper, gives him 5 points on the night.
And that is a foul on Porter as well. Pouncey for the inbound. Blair will come back to the table as well. Blaze will come in for Sims. Great cut to the basket there by Blair, but ball deflected.
That's a great out-of-bounds play for Bob Jones. Obviously, Henry Bear being one of the best players. He was filling up to the top and then makes a hard back cut to the basket. Almost gets it, but good entry defense from Brantley Koski to deny that ball.
And that is a foul on Blaze Conlon. We'll send Kenny Gerg to the line. That's his second. First attempt for Kenny Garrick. Good. Pushes the lead back to 6. Another attempt for Garrick off the front of the rim. Great rebound there by Conlon. Porter left all alone in the corner. 5 straight points for Christian Porter.
Love seeing that. He had a little chit-chat going with one of the Bob Jones fans in the corner. Knocks down a 3, looks right at him and says, "That was for you." Love Christian Porter's aggressiveness here.
Hughley is the ball stripped. They go back to him, and he finishes between traffic. Hughley playing phenomenal. Lewis back to the table, as well as Ward. They go to Gertz. Hand off to Alexander. Finds Koski. Gertz will work down low. Go into the contact. And a foul called by the outside official. That will send him back to the line to shoot free throws. With 5 minutes and 35 seconds remaining. Honestly, probably the most crucial 5 minutes of basketball for the Eagles season.
Yeah, this is a big game for the Eagles. If they can find a way to pull out this win here tonight, that's going to be huge for them in the records as going into the top 10 and for the region. If you can knock off the best team in the region right now, Trinity Baptist, and either the second or third best team, Bob Jones, that's going to be a big win for the Eagles.
Well, technically now, Toccoa Falls, as far as conference play, is number 1 in the region. Trinity Baptist, since the last standings on the national recognition, stood at number 5. Eagles trail by 3. The crowd engaged as ever. Brunson will drive. Pouncey will go inside to Hughley. Spin move and a foul. The 15th foul. The 3rd on Lewis.
Hey, time out!
And a 30-second timeout called for the Eagles. We will step aside. Minutes, 16 seconds remaining. Pensacola trailing by 3. Pouncey the inbound. Get it to Blair. Blair. It's rejected. Hughley tries to go back to Blair, and that's snatched away by Lewis.
Great team defense there from the Eagles. Josh Alexander gets the initial rebound. Hughley swipes it away, but right there, Austin Lewis able to swipe that steal.
Alexander will drive, goes into the chest of the defender! Foul and one for Alexander!
Great take from Josh Alexander, straight into the chest of Hayes Brush. That is going to give him 5 fouls. That fouls out one of Bob Jones's best players, and most noteworthy, one of their best defensive players and rebounders. Hayes is a very good rebounding guard. That gives him 5 fouls, puts him on the bench with 5 minutes to go in this game. Josh Alexander at the free throw line, potentially able to tie this game up.
Alexander shooting 25% from the free throw line this year. This is probably one of the biggest free throws of his career. This free throw will tie things up with under 5 minutes remaining in regulation. Shot is up, and it's good for Alexander.
It's a huge free throw for Josh. Brings this game 71-71, just under 5 minutes to go. We're in for a real treat here, Al.
I love broadcasting intense games with you, Braden. They go corner to Pouncey. Derek. The floor is shaking. Pouncey on the top of the key. Loses Lewis. They go inside to Hughley. And that's an offensive foul! That's an offensive foul!
That's a great play from senior Austin Lewis. He's struggling today on the scoreboard because Bob Jones is really denying him, but he's finding a way to make plays. He's rebounding the ball, and that's back-to-back defensive stances for Austin. He got the steal in the last possession that led to Josh's and one, and he gets the charge call there, gives the Eagles the ball, tie game, gives them an opportunity to take the lead back since halftime.
Full court man defense here for the Bruins. They get the ball to Gertz. Ward swings it to Lewis, rotated to Alexander. Porter to Lewis. Spins off of Pouncey, gets into the paint!
Austin Lewis heard me saying he's struggling on the scoreboard, and he said, watch this, Braden. He puts that bucket in, gives the Eagles the lead. One of the most crucial buckets for the Eagles. Now we are on the offensive, being the team with the lead, as Henry Blair comes straight back down and gets a two. This is going to be a fun last 4 minutes, Alex, and back and forth basketball between two great South Region teams.
Blair ties things up. He now has 22. The crowd engaged in this game. Screen from Gertz. Alexander, pump fakes, goes inside, dishes off to Gertz! Beautiful basketball!
What a dump off. Josh Alexander, Liam Gertz with an easy two. Give him 27 points in this game. This is going to be an absolute mayhem of a gym for the next 3.5 minutes. Eagles playing incredibly well right now.
Sims on the top of the key, guarded by Lewis. He will drive into the chest of Lewis and finishes somehow through that great defensive stand.
That's smart from Austin Lewis. He's got 3 fouls, knowing that fourth would put him in a really dangerous spot. He didn't have too much to do besides try and block the shot, but being the smart senior that he is, just puts himself in a position, jumps straight up, and forces the finish from Brian Sims around him.
75-75. The team that will not make the most mistakes will win. What are the coaches talking about with their guys here, Braden?
Obviously talking about don't turn the ball over. I'm sure the Bruins right now in their huddle are talking about Liam Gertz. We've talked about him so much tonight. 27 points. You can't get mad at the help defender in that last play. Stephon Hughley stepped up to try and stop Josh Alexander from getting an easy layup, allowed a dump off to Liam. I don't know what you tell your team in that exact situation, but you can't be giving Liam Gertz too much momentum, because once he starts knocking shots down, once he starts getting to his spots in the post, it's going to be hard to stop him.
Pouncey, Hughley, Garrick, Sims, as well as Pouncey on the floor for the Bruins, and the chance of, I believe, will win, surround the building.
Yeah, this is going to be a fun last 3 minutes, Al. 75-75. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch.
Alexander, perfect from the field tonight. He has 9. Alexander will drive. Goes up strong and finishes!
Josh playing great off the bench tonight. Brantley Koski's been struggling with some foul trouble. Josh stepping up big tonight with 9 points now. He said, don't worry, coach, I got you tonight. Love Josh Alexander's aggressiveness, getting down low and going against the bigger defender, finishing over top.
A stop here will be extremely beneficial. Pouncey guarded by Porter. Finds Blair, he'll pull up and fire! Cold-blooded from Blair!
That's a very tough shot. Josh Alexander was in front of him, but the old saying, hand down, man down, that's what just happened. Josh playing with defense with his hands below his hips. Henry Blair makes him punish.
Can the Eagles respond offensively? They go to Gertz. He's been hot all night. 27. They find Lewis back to Gertz. Give him 31.
Liam Gertz is having himself a career night. 29 points. He's getting to the bucket. Good pass to Austin Lewis. And again, the senior drawing so much attention, dumps it right back off to Gertz for an easy 2.
They go to Blair, back to Sims. Blair wide open in the corner for a triple. No good. The Eagles catch a break. They find Alexander. It is a complete tango here in the South region.
79-78, minute and a half to go. Both teams playing well. As you said a minute ago, the team that plays the smartest. That's dumb fouls as well as turnovers. Eagles and Bruins both are obviously trying to play smart here in the last minute and a half of this game.
6 on the shot clock. Porter will drive. Gertz needs to shoot it. And a shot clock violation with just over a minute remaining.
We're just talking there about dumb plays and having turnovers forced against you. Good defense there from Bob Jones. Recognition from the Eagles was not there to know the shot clock, knowing it was down under 10, dribbling around the outside. Didn't have a great play there, but Eagles still have the lead by 1 and have an opportunity to get a stop and a bucket to push this game out to a W.
We'll stay here, Braden. As we see, Blair has been the guy, absolutely, for Pensacola. How do you get the ball out of his hands?
Well, he's obviously a very good shooter, and he's really strong, can get to the paint when he wants to. So you're going to have to maybe not fully double him because Bob Jones has a lot of good shooters on the floor. You can't even hear me right now because the crowd is so loud. But you can't send a hard double team because then you'll leave a shooter open potentially in the corner. So you got to send a fake double. Take a hard step towards him, make him think the double's coming, force the ball out of his hand, and then get back to the shooters on the outside.
Wow. Can't believe this. I've never seen this arena so loud, Braden. And I've worked Team Extreme in the summer, and it gets pretty loud. But to see the college students out tonight showing their support in a very tough matchup is a great thing to see.
Yeah, it's a packed house here in the Nest. Obviously, we have fans all the way up in the mezzanine standing around the track. It's a packed night. It's loud. You even said a couple minutes ago you could feel the floor shaking, and it genuinely was feeling that way during the timeout. Hopefully, the Eagles can take that momentum that the fans are giving them, and they can find a way to pull out this amazing W against a really good Bob Jones team.
Garrick, Pouncey, Sims, Hughley, and Blair on the floor for the Bruins. Ward, Porter, Gertz, Lewis, and Alexander on the floor for Pensacola. They get it right to Blair. And I believe that is a foul on the floor.
Foul on Eagles number 21, Josh Alexander, his second.
That one on Alexander, and he's slow to get up. I believe he was poked in the eye on the rip-through by Blair. This will send Koski to the game.
Subbing in for the Eagles, number 0, Brantley Koski.
Pouncey for the inbound. They find Hughley. Pouncey will drive and find Garrick. Pouncey now with under 15 remaining on the shot clock. Under a minute on the game clock. Blair will back in and blocked by Gertz!
Great help defense there from Liam Gertz. Brantley Koski a little undersized guarding Henry Blair, but a great slide help from Liam Gertz. Gets the block. Eagles have the ball up 1. 35 seconds left. 20 seconds on the shot clock. 15 difference. It's going to be a fun last 30 seconds.
Pensacola now 30 seconds away from their 6th win in a row and winning 9 of the last 10. They go to the hot hand. Gertz works inside. Dumps off. No, look to Ward! Yes, yes, yes!
Great dump off Liam Gertz, 29 points. Knows he has so much attention on him. Plays great right there. And A.J. Ward takes a charge! The Eagles with a 3-point lead, 9 seconds left. What a game! What a half! What a team! Your best players stepping up right now. Liam Gertz dumps off A.J. Ward. On the defensive side, A.J. Ward draws the charge. 3-point lead, 9 seconds left. Austin Lewis is doing it right now, telling everybody, calm down, telling his team, you have the ball, 9 seconds left. Out of bounds play on your own half. All you got to do is slow yourself, get it to your best shooters, either Austin Lewis or Liam Gertz, your best free throw shooters. Get him the ball, know the foul is coming, knock down the free throws, and go home with a W.
Also, Braden, there is no way we are sitting down for the remainder of
no
this
shot,
game.
no shot in the world.
If you are Coach Tony, what are you telling your guys right now?
Well, you're going to deny Liam the ball because Liam is playing out of his mind right now. You got to know Liam and Austin are your best free throw shooters. You're going to have to pick one of them to full deny, and then I think if I'm Coach Bell right now, I'm putting Austin Lewis on the inbounds because he's the best passer on the team, and he's also a very, very smart player. So knowing that he's going to be out of bounds, he's going to be able to dump off, find Liam as a shooter.
Alexander back on the bench. Do you think we should have him in for a defensive possession?
I would love to see Josh in there because he's obviously a very good defender. He's actually got some paper stuffed up in his nose right now. That last play where he was on the floor got popped in the nose by Henry Blair. A little bit of blood coming out, but he's obviously a tough kid. But Coach Jason Bell going with Brantley Koski in the game, A.J. Ward, Austin Lewis, Christian Porter, and Liam Gertz.
The energy in the building is obviously electrifying. The most important thing to do now is to inbound the basketball, and they find Lewis. Our number one free throw shooter on our team heading to the free throw line, Austin Lewis. We mentioned earlier not having the greatest shooting day, but man, talk about team basketball on both the defensive and offensive sides.
Yeah, Eagles have been playing really well tonight offensively and defensively. Austin Lewis, we've talked about already. All he's got tonight is 6 points, which is not normal for him, but he's in a clutch moment right now.
First free throw, no good for Lewis. Honestly, not the end of the world here, Braden.
Not the end of the world. He's in the same spot twice. I think he's going to knock the second one down, push this to a 2-possession game. Key for the Eagles, do not foul. They are in the bonus, so if you foul, they're shooting free throws with the clock stopped, and we can't let that happen. So the Eagles have to play smart. Do not foul here.
They quickly accelerate the ball. Shot on the way for Blair, not a chance. And ladies and gentlemen, we win it here in the Nest. There is a foul on the floor here, and it will send a Bruin to the line.
Yeah, that foul was on A.J. Ward, his second of the night, sends Stephon Hughley to the free throw line. Currently 0.1 on the clock, but I think the officials are going to add 0.5 to the clock.
First free throw good for Hughley. The crowd is screaming goodbye, but there is still an opportunity, although half a second remaining. Knocks down the second. And it's over! The fans flood the arena! What a sight to see! Great team game.
What a win for the Eagles. 82-80 with an absolute crazy arena we're in right now. You can see the players and some fans on center court pumped and excited about this win. This, like you just said, pushes the Eagles to 9 out of their last 10. 2-0 against Bob Jones this season. It's going to be a fun postseason for the Eagles.
That's the first time that's happened ever since the 2013 season, Bob Jones' inaugural year. But let's talk about how important this 6-game win streak is for Pensacola.
It's a big momentum thing. That's the way basketball is. In games or in season, it's all about momentum. In a game, you knock down a couple shots, you gain a lot of momentum. In the season, you get a couple wins, you gain a lot of momentum. 6 in a row, 9 out of 10. Eagles are playing with momentum right now, playing absolutely incredible. Great game from Henry Blair on the Bob Jones side of the ball, but Liam Gertz stealing the show. 29 points, many assists, many rebounds. What a win for this Eagles basketball team.
Braden, this is obviously a thing to celebrate, but the job is not done. Another tall task next Monday in Georgia as we face Toccoa.
Yeah, that's another team that's very hot right now. A lot of momentum with them too. They beat Bob Jones by, I believe, 9 2 nights ago. It was a good game between them. Obviously, Bob Jones and PCC, a great game tonight, but this win for Pensacola, I love looking forward, but I also want to enjoy the moment, and I'm happy for the guys right now.
A night to remember here in the Nest. Probably one of the best basketball games I have ever seen. Yeah. Austin Lewis with big plays, A.J. Ward with big plays, but one person we definitely have to talk about with a 30-point performance, Liam Gertz.
Yeah, he absolutely played incredible. Early on, got down low, got all the passes he needed, finishing at the rim, and I mentioned in the broadcast, once he steps outside, he'll start knocking shots down. It's exactly what he did. Then we went back down low to him. He was getting a couple buckets, and then late in the game, drawing so much attention of a double team, he was able to dump off. He had one to Josh, he had one to A.J., and that performance by Liam Gertz, I think, is the tall tale of how the Eagles win this game.
Pensacola, one game above 500 for the first time. I'm not even going to do the math on that, in a long time.
Yeah,
we're hot now. We're doing great.
It's been a while since the Eagles had this much momentum, as we're talking about earlier. Eagles are just playing super good basketball right now. You said it a moment ago. Team basketball is why we're playing so well. because we're moving the ball. On defense, we're communicating, we're switching, we're hedging, we're doing all the things right. The only note for tonight, if you want to pull a negative, Eagles struggled on the rebounding side of the ball. Bob Jones, I think Pensacola out-rebounded Bob Jones, but Bob Jones had 7 or 8 offensive rebounds. If there's anything to take away, you got to make sure you're pushing those guys out, you're getting those defensive rebounds and giving yourself chances on offense and taking away chances from their offense.
Thank you so much for joining us here in the Nest, the home of the Pensacola Christian College Eagles. The next time you will see us is in 2 weeks when we face off against NCCAA opponent, Welch College. They're also ranked as well, Braden. You'll be seeing Alvin Chatton and Braden Motter for that one as well. But until then, good night.